Like your local library. It's not pronounced library.
He said Laurie's kind of like a woodwind. Matter of fact, you know, when I made this ring, I was like a drum do. Bang like a beat, that's a congo. I rest and I bang on my chest like a bongo. Donkey Kong flow. Matter of fact, this beat like a lump of funk. You know, when the drum come, you know you better wanna run. You know the summer come, hot as fuck. And you know you do this, and it's not as luck, it's not lucky. Matter of fact, it's just hard grinding. And you know from doing this, it's just hard timing.
Corporatists are sending these beats. Now we in the session, we all gon' eat. My people is the illest, I also the cleanest. I roll up to moronic like I give you that business for free. How you want it now early? I told you when we going on, we coming early. Like, Liz or something like Bobby. I'm on the point, plus I'm beautiful rhyming.
My name is Tish. Let me in a second about the flameless bitch. You talk shit, my nigga, pull in the fifth. Don't talk shit, yo, we bleed in the fifth. Don't talk to police, we don't do that shit. Ain't no Takashi 6, ain't no nonsense. A bunch of numbers running around doing crimes. You know how I do, my name is Tish, I got Sean. I'm in New York City and you know I'm getting mine. That's what it is.
I see you there. You on that on another corner of the block. That's his shit. That's school, matter of fact, I lose the art, then you get the that fool.
Probably snitching because he didn't want to FaceTime. Kicking great rhyme while she was on FaceTime. Crazy. She was probably on the messaging. Came through, give me a business like it's a bird shoe.
You should win the Oscar. The only fifth we do is the one that's called vodka. You know I be going in hard. Super King arm, shopping like your mom.
Well, I gotta tell you, this that new perfection. Cause we don't just do that, this the fifth intersection. See what it is, I am nice on every session. I don't stop, no into session.
Every time you're around me, you know the rap skills is dang. If this is a movie, it's called the Fifth Element. Every time we go in, it's that red bar.
Hey, welcome back, viewers. It's James Kalm, half-assed reporter, and we're gonna run in here to Marlborough. And we're gonna run in and hey, there he is, Matt Arnett. A different mountain selected works from the Arnett collection. Oh gosh, there's Lonnie. Oh, I am late, the beer is gone. Well, it's the exhibition of works from the Arnett collection. And, well, I can see that people are already heading out. I was going to say, once the beer is gone, you know that local art crowd isn't going to be hanging out too much longer. They're going to be out looking for another, well, Jay Gorney, they're going to be out looking for another refill somewhere. But, well, I've been watching and keeping track of a lot of the artists that, wow, that's a beauty. The Arnett collection has been working with. And, oh boy, this is quite a collection. We'll see how far we can get before they throw us out. Or it's like Purvis Young drawings. Gosh. Well, I would say this is probably the largest piece in this presentation. This is by Thornton Dial. Our World, 1996. Found materials, splash zone compound and enamel. Well, I think Thornton Dial, or Mr. Thornton Dial, as Bill always called him, is probably the best example of that's what they're referring to as vernacular art. It's a big piece. That is 83 by 92 by 46. We're going to run through here. This is getting late. Joe Light, Shy Bird, 1987. Enamel on wood paneling. Well, I was lucky enough to be given my family and I were given a personal tour by Bill of his collection in Atlanta. It's got a nice warehouse. These are a group of head sculptures by James Son Thomas. Okay, I like this. This is George Washington. This is from the 1980s. Unfired clay, rock, cotton, glass, marbles, and paint. Untitled. The rest of these are untitled. Looks like he's actually gone in and gotten some human hair. Yeah. More Thornton dial. It's titled World Peace 1994. Children's toys. Used clothes, roots, plastic dishes, wire screen, anchovy tin, found metal, splash zone compound. Well, I noticed the little anchovy tin. I don't see it here. I guess there's two kinds of people in the world. Those that like anchovies and those that don't. I guess I would be in the plus column on that one. This is Joe Minter. I think Joe was included in the 2019 Whitney Biennial. And I think we caught a show of his about 6 or 8 months ago at the James Fuentes Gallery. Started working our way out of the ghetto. Yeah, there is a kind of a wonderful patina with these found in rusted metal, various kinds of steel and iron and other things, and each one of the metals has kind of a different color and patina. It's a Lonnie Hawley piece. Fighting for the Harvest, 2018. Boxing gloves and peach basket. Some very beautiful, subtle colors there. And I think I was up at Mass Mocha in the late summer, and Lonnie was included in an exhibition there. So Lonnie's getting some attention. It's a piece by Mary T. Smith, Untitled, Paint on Wood. This is 36 by 24. Well, we saw a show of Mary's down at Shrine 7 or 8 months ago. It's a very prolific artist. And some of these outsiders have just got such a wonderful natural sense of color that it's amazing. Also, I think it's worth noting that a lot of these artists were working with very cheap materials, so they would go down to the hardware store and maybe get the return cans of paint that didn't match the paint job, and somehow they were able to mix this all together. This is more by Mary, Untitled. This is a fun piece by Lonnie. Rocketly, but still sweeping my way to heaven, 2017. Gosh, that's got to be, how tall is that? 137 inches? That is a wonderful mannequin's torso there. It's a large piece by Mary T. Smith. This is Untitled. This is 72 by 26 by 6. And we're talking about Mary. I think that Mary painted outside a lot and used a lot of this kind of found materials, and they were saying that she would chop up these pieces of corrugated metal with an axe. This is kind of interesting. This is a tabletop sculpture by Lonnie titled A Different Mountain, 2005. Found wood, flooring samples, nails and paint. This is Untitled Wolf by Ronald Lockett. Found tin, cut tin, pencil and nails on plywood. You know, a lot of this work relies on this, the patina of age, the rust, the worn and decrepit quality of materials. And gosh, in a certain way, it kind of loses a little something when it's taken out of the environment and brought into the nice, slick, commercial space of the art market. More Lonnie. Who locked up the rules? I like it. I guess Lonnie is also a musician. This is so great. This is as funny as a Duchamp. Who locked up the rules? Padlock and 3 folding rules. Watering myself the best I can. Well, I think Bill Arnett has probably been working with this kind of outsider Southern art now for, maybe 30, 35 years. Well, it really became the main focus of his life, and at some point, he got together with Jane Fonda and published a huge double-volume book called Souls Grown Deep, which featured a lot of the artists in his collection at the time. And at this point, that's already maybe 17, 18 years ago. Millionaires by Thornton, 1997. cigarette packs, artificial flowers, ribbon, toy tiara, wood ducks, wood letters, dried vine, straw, cloth, rope, carpet, shag carpet wire, splash zone, compound, enamel, and spray paint on canvas over wood. The stuff they're calling the splash compound. I always had kind of a problem with it because he uses so much of it, it almost gave the paintings or the assemblages a kind of overall gray quality, but I started looking at some of the work of the German neo-expressionists, people like Polka and Lupertz and even Baselitz, and I noticed that they also used a lot of gray, and suddenly, yeah, the color things started to look a lot more sophisticated. This piece is by Ronald Lockett. Fabric, wood, tin, volleyball, netting, nails, artificial plant, wire, splash zone. Oh God, there's some great things happening with this paint. I like the puckering. Well, I was, impressed with this piece. That is punchy. This is by Joe Light. Driftwood Flowers, 1989. Driftwood, found framed carpet craft and enamel on wood. Well, I remember seeing some, or at least a couple of Julian Schnabel paintings back in the late 80s that he was going out and finding stumps and propping them up against the front of his broken plate pieces. This little carpet collage section is nice. This is Joe Minter. Time Machine. This is all clockworks and movements, metal parts, stand and wire. Yeah, I was talking about the rusted and stressed, decrepit metal, and again, this is different. This is all brass and bronze, but there is a certain truth to materials that's nice. More Joe Light. Lonely Flower, 1988.
NEP here. How's it going?
Good, how are you? Nice to see you. Great color. Okay, so this is enamel on plywood. 48 by 96. Hawkins Bolden. Seem to remember seeing some of Hawkins' work recently. More Hawkins. Hawkins. These both kind of have the presence of a scarecrow. More Hawkins. Found object construction. I was wondering if those are bullet holes, but I don't think so. So, this kind of aging and sun weathering and stuff does something interesting to the colors. More Joe Minter. It's titled Springtime in America 2019. Found metal objects and wire. Well, okay. Say it looks like somebody has got a little more money. And, well, they might be found, but maybe they're more like they were found in a second-hand store, not dug out of a garbage dump somewhere. More Thornton. This is Unknown Woman. Clothing, metal grating nails on enamel, and spray paint on canvas. Joe Minter, No Luck in the Plowshares. 2008 antique plow parts, horseshoes. Metal seat frame and found metal. Well, there's a local artist, Mel Edwards, who has been here in the scene for years, decades, and did a whole series of kind of small metal sculpture pieces using a lot of chain and things like that. And he always talked about those pieces as having a reference to slavery and the chains of slavery. I'm thinking this piece also has that kind of sense, but it also kind of, at least to me, implies some kind of almost an S&M torture kind of content, maybe? Okay, we're gonna slip into the last room. A series of drawings by Thornton Dial. I'll just slide down the wall here. I was, as I said, lucky enough to have Bill give us a tour of his collection at his warehouse, and then later we went back to his apartment and he showed us a series of drawings by Thornton. Ronald Lockett, Deer, 1990, paper collage, pencil and enamel on paper. It's 22 by 31. Just slide down this wall of drawings by Purvis Young. These look like they're on found paper, maybe ledger paper. Oh. I've actually got a little Purvis painting on a book cover at home. This is some of Thornton Dial's fishing lures. I wonder what he was fishing for. Bass? Catfish? These things are huge. Yeah, and I look at some of these and think to myself, was he really making these to impress the fish, or was he making them as art objects? I remember back when they first started making rubber worms, and I asked my dad, who was quite a fisherman, I said, gee, Dad, you think they catch anything with those? And my dad looked at me and said, yeah, they catch a lot of fishermen, not many fish. They're calling these untitled garden borders from the 1970s. Found wood, plexiglass, paint, spray paint, screws, found plastic, and found metal, approximately 6.5 by 6.5. James Kalm reporting on a different mountain, selections from the Arnett collection here at Marlborough Gallery. And I was going to say that Bill Arnett is probably responsible for bringing these kinds of artists to the attention of the quote-unquote establishment elites, people like the Metropolitan Museum of Art and some other places, more than anyone, and he's worked tirelessly at this for many, many, many years. So we'll salute him. You can like this, share, subscribe, recommend it to your friends, and you can post this at your social media sites. You can also leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. We just ask you to say, as always, after 15 years, thank you, Kate.
What they gonna rock the shit? Me, I'm a third rock rocker. I look like Shaka, known as Shock Chakras.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you.